Lots of discussion with Andrew just now about the role of our brand new Prime Minister. The King and the Prime Minister both beginning this huge job together at the same time, and they will be side by side for much of this period of mourning, won't they?
They will indeed. It was revealed on Saturday that the Prime Minister will accompany the new King when he goes to these events in Edinburgh and, of course, in Northern Ireland, and then in Wales too. Sort of that tour of the nations the Prime Minister will accompany him for. But today kicks off in Westminster at 10 a.m. Both Houses of Parliament, the Commons and the Lords, will meet together in Westminster Hall to have this proclamation, this announcement, this address on welcoming the new King and, of course, of condolence towards the late Queen. It will be led by the Speaker of each House, first the Lord Speaker, followed by the Commons Speaker, Sir Lindsay Hoyle, and then, interestingly, the King will make his reply. And it will be one of these first opportunities that we've heard from the King speaking live in front of an audience in his new role. It will be fascinating to see because, of course, Westminster Hall is the place where the King's late mother will be resting for 5 days before her funeral. The Queen will travel down to Westminster from Scotland in the middle of this week, and of course the public will have an opportunity to file past her coffin in Westminster Hall, that most historic of venues, 1,000 years old. There's stories of Henry VIII playing tennis in Westminster Hall. It's where Guy Fawkes was tried, it's where Charles I was tried, and of course it's where some of the great and the good have laid in state, most recently of course the Queen Mother, but before her Winston Churchill as well, and so many others. But there are real logistical issues that government and the authorities are grappling with now. 200,000 people came to file past the coffin of the Queen Mother, and today it's expected that that figure could balloon to at least 750,000 people wishing to pay their respects to the late Queen. Now that makes for a logistical issue in terms of how do you get so many people to file past in an orderly manner in only a few days' time. Firstly, that means 24 hours a day people will be able to go past the coffin. There'll likely be 2 routes either side, but also it means very long queues, snaking through London, miles long queues, and people already being warned that they may have to wait for 12 hours before they can get a chance to get into Westminster Hall and file past the coffin of the late Queen. But of course all of this is still to come. The logistics are still being worked out. But as I say today, some of that sentiment, I suppose, begins in Westminster Hall.